Hey everyone, we are in our car driving over the Mississippi River to get to the land of 10,000 lakes, the bread and butter state, Minnesota, to the city of Rochester where the Mayo Clinic is located. Caden has a sweat test today, so I'm free for a bit to explore the giant facility. I'm Willow, and this week we are at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. This building is like an art museum. If you look up, they have 13 pieces of Chihuly glass hanging from the roof. Each floor has more art to look at. Some of the art on display is just remnants of the hospital's past. This fountain, for instance, is from the original 1914 hospital. Caden's appointment was high up with a nice view of the city, so you could see the 1921 landmark Collar Hotel. So I dropped him off and went down to check out the food options. They have a cafe, and it wouldn't be Minnesota if we didn't see Caribou Coffee. They also had a Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and many other places to shop and eat. When you get your diagnosis, you can come here to the Research Information Center. They have booklets and DVDs that you can take home about your diagnosis. You can also check out the Transparent Man, which was constructed in Dresden, Germany for the 1933 World's Fair in Chicago. The Mayo Heritage Hall is a mini exhibit of the history of the Mayo Clinic. The front window had the hats of the pioneering women of the Mayo Clinic. I love that dust avoidance outfit she's wearing. Someone send me one, please, please. I want that really bad. That white one over there in the corner. This one. Definitely need that. I couldn't help but notice the Theory 11 white artesian deck on display. In 1955, Linda Stout, a 5-year-old girl from Bismarck, North Dakota, became the first person at the Mayo Clinic and the second person in the world to survive surgery with a heart-lung bypass machine. These items were the items that she had with her in the hospital. They even had an old cardiac surgery bypass machine and a video explaining how it worked. This is a Lou Gehrig signed ball. That's pretty neat. At about this point in the tour, it was time to head back upstairs to see Caden, who was done with his sweat test. They covered him with a powdered dye and then put him in a hot box to see if his body could produce sweat. When I got to the room, he was covered in dye. So we showered him off, and then we went to the Spam Museum in Austin, Minnesota. Which, make sure to check out that episode if you haven't already yet. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, and in the comments below, tell me if you've been to a hospital this big before. See you next week.